right, Detroit, we are back. And it's time for us to head into the year 2 offseason with your Detroit Red Wings. And even though it's technically year number 2, it's really only year number 1 for GM Superb, man. I was hired at the end of year number 1, so this was the gimme year. This was the year that everyone expected us to do horrible, be the worst team in the NHL, the rebuilding year. But now that this year is over, expectations have to go up. The GM, well, I'm the GM, the president of hockey operations, wants us to at least compete for a playoff position till the trade deadline next season, so we've got to step up in a big way. But this video has to start off with some bad news. Our target to be the worst team in the NHL so that we could get the number 1 pick and get Jack Hughes, it's a big time failure because the Minnesota Wild wins the draft lottery. So a year after we traded them, Soderberg and Nyquist, they actually were the 3rd worst team in the NHL and won the draft lottery. And really that pisses me off, but also pisses off Jack Hughes, who can no longer play with his brother. I wanted to be with my brother, not a team based in a place that is a smaller version of a beverage, okay? Thanks a lot, GM Superb, man. Don't blame me. I tried my best. I got 4 first-round picks for this season. 2 of them ended up being draft lottery eligible, and I got the 2nd and 4th. I just couldn't get number 1. Blame freaking, what's his name, Gary Bettman and this stupid draft lottery, man. And even though we have fans saying I should trade up, I mean, look at this. Harry Korzanowski. Oh, man, if I'm butchering these, I apologize. Minnesota may be willing to swap the number 1 for number 2 if you include another pick or prospect. May be worth it for a high elite franchise player like Hughes. Oh, it would totally be worth it. Tobias Mark also says, please trade up for Hughes. I mean, I know you guys want us to do that, but look at this. In from Minnesota, Fox Detroit, Minnesota GM Fenton. Back off, Superb, man. Minnesota Wild GM says, not this time in wake of winning the lottery. So it kind of made sense last year. They were an older team. They won the draft lottery by a lot more positions. They were closer to the playoffs than this season. But again, they failed to make the playoffs, and it seems like 2 years in a row, why would you trade away the 1st overall pick? Last year, they couldn't get Dahlin. This year, it seems like they want Jack Hughes, and that makes all the sense in the world. So that sucks for us, boys. I want to be able to move up in the draft, but I don't think it's going to happen. But we also have you guys chiming in on some other players we could find later on in the draft. Michael Sterling says, draft McDermott. He's a 2nd-round elite goaltender. Oh, elite goal. I don't know how you guys know he's elite already. You need a goalie prospect. This is your guy. I believe if you used Anaheim's pick on him, you could get him, no doubt. But we actually have a scouting report for Devin Mcdermott as well. Look at this. Devin Mcdermott, 6'3", 212 pounds, 18 years of age. After a semi-final defeat in the 2019 World Juniors, Team Switzerland goaltender Devin Mcdermott has moved into the number 1 ranked spot in the 2019 draft for goaltenders after an amazing performance. Sources say the young elite goalkeeper's soccer, was flown out to Detroit to meet with GM Superman prior to the draft. Detroit currently owns the 1st pick of the 2nd round. I don't know if we have a 2nd round pick anymore. I think I traded that to LA or something to get the 1st. But Devin Mcdermott. So you guys, multiple people have their eyes on Devin Mcdermott right here. And also other players, Athanasios. I apologize if I butchered that. Johnny, for the next video, don't forget to relook at Tyler Benson, right? The Edmonton Oiler prospect. We'll have to get to that. Also, maybe try to play around with the injury sliders. Apart from 2 injuries, everybody else played in all 82 games. Seems a little unrealistic. Well, the gameplay sliders right now are 10. I can move them up to 20 for next season if you guys want. And also, I really like the way you did the draft lottery reveals, definitely something you should keep for future videos. Well, if I know for a fact that we have a draft pick that is lottery eligible, we'll do the slow reveal. But if we're a playoff-bound team, then I'll just do it nice and quickly, okay? But I do agree. It was nice to see the Edmonton Oilers not there at 8. So thank you very much for your comments and your fan art. Best of luck in the draft. I don't even know what that picture's supposed to mean. Am I the horse's ass? The pork horse ass. We're going to do our best here in the year 2 NHL entry draft, boys. So let us take this one step at a time. I've already figured out what our team is going to look like for next season, and I know what we need. We need 3 first-liners, unless Larkin, Mantha, and Svechnikov become first-liners, because I don't want to play them on the first line for a non-playoff bound team. There'll be minuses all across the board. The third, second, and fourth line should be good with the young players and the AHLers that we have coming up, but then on the blue line and between the posts, we need somebody. On the point right now, we got Ronik Cholowski, not Cholowiski, Cholowski and Hughes. Got to find somebody else up there. Ouellet, De Kaiser. These guys ain't getting it done. And goaltender, who do we have? We just traded away Jimmy Howard. And I would like to be competitive next season. I'd like to see how competitive we can be, right? So let us take this one step at a time. View the draft class. I've already done some pre-scouting with the advanced analytics. I didn't really find any players in the AHL or NHL that we want to target. Remember, it's still only year 2, so the drafted players that you see, they haven't been given time yet to make it to the AHL. And as of right now, we do have a pretty deep prospect pool. We got to bring in some NHLers for next season. So here is the draft, or the upcoming draft pool. You got Logan Bochinski, left wing, 2-way forward, and I'm looking at his stats. I'm liking them. I mean, this is probably the game creating the first overall pick, because Jack Hughes was a player that I created just so he could be in the game. I don't know if Bochinski's going to go first. I don't know if Jack Hughes is going to go first. Jack Hughes' stats look a lot better, though. Stats in the mid-80s. This guy, Bochinski's got stats in the 80s. But you know what I was thinking about? Bochinski is a left-wing 2-way forward. Usually 2-way forwards have pretty good face-off rating. Right now his face-offs is 80 in the yellow. Now that's not exactly accurate, but we could always draft Logan Bochinski as our first-line center, 2-way forward, just move him over to the center position. I've done it before with 2-way forwards. I can do it again, and that would take care of the center core. Larkin, Bochinski, and we already have enough snipers and playmakers and goal scorers on this team, right? We got the Svechnikovs, we got Forsbacka Carlson, we got Rasmussen, who was drafted the year before I got here, who's also a sniper. So we have the goal scorers. I want the centers and the blue liners. So Bochinski might be somebody that I take. You also have Newhook, who is the sniper. I was thinking about going after Alexander Newhook, but do we want another sniper on this team? Because, like I said, the 2 Svechnikovs are snipers. How do you work all 3 of them into the top 6? You'd have to put both Svechnikovs together, there's 2 snipers together, or one Svechnikov with Newhook, there's 2 snipers. I don't know if I want to put 2 snipers together, right? Depends on how they simulate. Cheval Dave was the defensive defenseman. I wouldn't mind picking him up, but if I had to choose, I've said this before, I would always take the 2-way defender or the offensive defenseman over the defensive defenseman. And this guy, Donald Reinprecht, right here from Regina, the WHL. Don't know how good he's going to be. I see an 84 yellow in there, but I also see a 72 red. I see some red. Yeah, it's impossible to tell. And he's also medium top 4, so I don't even know if this guy is going to be elite. He should be elite, but then look at down here. This guy who's not in the top 10, exact top 4 offensive defenseman. Bathgate, Galvin, Kirby Dack, Capo Caco. I know those guys are going to be good. 2 and 4. What do we do here, boys? Now, hang on a second. I want to see this McDermott guy that you guys were talking about. Hang on. Where was he? McDermott. Was he the best goaltender in the draft? So, you know what? I'll just sort by goaltenders. What am I doing here? Goalies. Was McDermott? Yeah, okay. So you guys are on to something. Now, here's some bad news, though, boys. I'm taking a look at this. McDermott as a high elite is more than likely a starter. If it's medium elite, it could be elite, but high elite, that means it's either medium franchise or medium starter. I'm pretty sure. Now, a guy who's going in the second round to get a starting goaltender in the second round, I don't know if that's a good thing. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though. Devin Mcdermott, all right? You guys pointed him out. I will keep an eye on him. But the big question right here is, what do we do with the second overall pick? Logan Bochinski, Reinprecht, or Newhook, right? That's what we have to think of. So I'm pretty sure I'm good to go. Let me just think here. Is there anything that I'm leaving out? We've already taken a look at the awards, the player stats. I've already got ahead with the analytical stuff. I've already done some pre-scouting. Yeah, you know what? Let's just head into the NHL Entry Draft for year number 2. So just like last season, it was a big day. A big day that sets a new path here for the Detroit Red Wings. And same thing, ditto. Once again, year number 2, we have 2 first-round draft picks. Last year it was 2 and 3. This year it's 2 and 4. Big-time picks to help improve this team going forward. So let us start it up. The year 2 NHL Entry Draft. All right, so what I think I want to do is I want to make my trades right now while the Minnesota Wild have that... Actually, okay, what I'll do is I'll wait for Minnesota to make their pick. I'll take my pick, and then I'll make all my trades here, number 3, because I have a lot of trades to make, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do it. I got to call timeouts. But if I make the trades on a computer pick, I have all the time in the world. So we'll select number 2. We'll see if the Minnesota Wild do want to give up their first rounder. Let's see. Oh, they do once again. They want to give up their first rounder. Why is this team not playing well? Hang on a sec. Let me go back and take a look at their roster. They want to give up their first rounder, really? All right, so last year it made sense because they seemed like a veteran team. They still have Devin Mcdermott, 87 overall, but 33 years of age, starting to get up there now. Ryan Suter, 90 overall, 34 years of age, 7 years left. Man, those contracts are crazy. On the point, Matthew Dumba, Jonas Brodin, Jared Spurgeon. All right, it's not a bad top 4. It's getting a little bit older there, but Dumba and Brodin, I'm surprised that these guys didn't make the playoffs. And then the forward core, Granlund, Nyquist. So what kind of year Nyquist had? He grew to an 85 for them. Gustav Nyquist. This was the big piece of the trade, especially if they could re-sign him. I mean, 24 goals, 35 assists, 59 points. He did what Gustav Nyquist could do for you. Eric Stahl, yeah, they're an older team. Mikko Koivu, Eric Stahl. They tried again. Zach Parise, 7 years left. Yeah, there'd be no sense in trading away the first overall pick. They tried again for this year, but I'm not going to do that, boys. All right, it's a little bit too cheese right here. Any team, when's the last time a team traded away their first overall pick? Was it the Sedins in Vancouver? From Atlanta or some shit? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to let the Minnesota Wild draft. Maybe they take, what's his name? Bochinski, right? So sim options, simply please take Bochinski. Please take Bochinski. The Minnesota Wild select, fuck! Jack Hughes. Oh, that would have been so nice to have on this team. Center playmaker, high elite, 80 overall. Let's take a look at these stats, boys. Yeah, there's no doubt that they would select him. Why would you pass up on a player like this? 18 years of age, already 80 overall, high elite. This guy is going to be a stud. He's already fast. He's got an accurate shot. Not the greatest defensively, not the greatest face-off categories, but he's 18. Those numbers will pop right up there. It's his offensive stats that are very, very overwhelming. So that's a great selection right there for the Minnesota Wild. And on the clock are your Detroit Red Wings. All right, so what do we do here, boys? I'm looking at the team. We need defensemen, and we need that first-line center. Larkin could be the first-line center, so we need a second-line center. I don't care. They're interchangeable. I don't care which one of those guys, whether it be Newhook, Bochinski, or Larkin, becomes the first-line center. The point is we need one of them. Now, Shovel Dave might be the next pick. Okay, if I'm thinking about the... Okay, so if I select Newhook, then Bochinski's probably going to go next, and then I can get Reinprecht. So I can get Newhook and Reinprecht. If I get Bochinski, I'm passing up on Newhook, but they might take Reinprecht, and then I got to go for Shovel Dave. Defensive defenseman. And a defensive defenseman's not the end of the world. Oh man, I'm trying to think. If I could get 2 and 4, Newhook wouldn't be bad. Reinprecht seems to be the one that I want to get the most, but I kind of want I want because he's exact elite. I'm looking at his numbers. That's a center. I could turn him into a center, and then we have our center. Newhook is just another sniper. I don't know if he's gonna perform well or not. And he might just be a center sniper that we want to put on the wing, right? So it's like, imagine Bochinski's got the center and Newhook's got the left wing. Oh man. You know what? If I went with Reinprecht and then they took Bochinski and I had to take Newhook, I would not like that. But if I took Bochinski and they took Reinprecht and I had to take Shovel Dave, I wouldn't mind that. Bochinski and Shovel Dave, I wouldn't mind. Reinprecht and Newhook, I would mind. I'm not sold on Newhook. Another sniper on the team. Do we want another sniper? Mantha, Larkin already score goals. Forsbacka Karlsson scores goals. The two Svechnikovs are snipers. I think it's too many. I think we need that two-way forward, that first liner, that power play specialist, and also the penalty killer, Logan Bochinski. And if Ryan Preck gets taken, I'll go with the defensive defenseman, Shovel Dave. All right, boys. Logan Bochinski from the Tri-City Americans WHL. He is Canadian. I am taking him second overall. There it is. Logan Bochinski, 75 overall, medium elite. All right, so let's take a look at his individual stats here. Yeah, see, face-off, 78 overall. I knew it. So we're going to take a look at, what's his name, Alexander Newhook and his face-off category. But if face-offs that's close to the 80s, that could also rise up. This guy's a center. Forget about left wing. This guy's a center for us, all right? So we got our first line, our second line center, and now Larkin and Bochinski down the middle. Okay. So now here's where I'll make my trades at the 5th, yeah, because I'm going to select with this 4th. So we'll see who the New York Rangers take at number 3. We're going to sim this pick. It's going to be Shovel Dave. All right. Woo, we got Ryan Preck. Good. They ended up taking Shovel Dave, 77 overall. Maybe he was the best defenseman here. Let's take a look at this. Russell Shovel Dave. Now, he's only 17 years of age. 79. Yeah, see, the reason his overall is jacked up like that is because look at the physical category. It's already 4-star. Aggressiveness, 85. Body checking, 85. Fighting skill, 80. And strength, 84. Those numbers are very heavily weighted in terms of the offensive numbers. I mean, he's 77. Take a look at Jack Hughes, who's only 80. And look at some of his numbers, like high in the 90s, 88. His deking, hand-eye, 92. He's got a wrist shot accuracy of 90, but because his physical category is only 1.5 star, his overall doesn't jump up there. So don't worry about 77 overall. Oh, Johnny, you should have gone after Shovel Dave. This is why I don't like defensive defensemen. It's because of their physical and defensive stats really jack up, which it kind of overrates their overall, in my opinion. Unless you get like a 90 overall defensive defenseman. But if it's like an 84, 85 and he tops out right there, he's not going to be great offensively. Might have a lot of giveaways. So that is that. Now at number 4, we have Ryan Preck. So I got Bochinski and Ryan Preck. That's more than I wanted. We didn't have to go for the sniper Newhook, who I'm not sold on, and we didn't have to go for the defensive defenseman. So Ryan Preck, here it is. Top 4. It does say top 4, though. We say, oh man, if he's top 4, I'll be pissed. He's in the top 5 though, and he's ahead of Newhook. No, he's got to be an elite. He's got to be an elite, please. Donald Ryan Preck, where are you from? Regina, baby. Ryan Preck, I'm selecting him, boys. And Ryan Preck, all right, I'll take it. I will take it. Medium elite, only 70 overall. So a big drop off between Shovel Dave and Ryan Preck. Take a look at their stats. Yeah, offensively, the stats look similar. It's just the physical and defensive stats that Shovel Dave have over him. But those numbers will come around eventually, all right? So the two selections that we have, I mean, I think Bochinski might be ready for year number 3. And Newhook just got selected. Hang on a second, I was making a point. But with our picks, like, we didn't get that stud who we know could play in the 3rd line, maybe even the 2nd line for year number 3. These guys might have to wait till year number 4. So it might be another rough year here for the Detroit Red Wings. Seems like the Vegas Golden Knights took Alexander Newhook, center sniper, 70 overall. So Ryan Preck was 70. Newhook was 70. Take a look at his individual stats and look at his face-off, 70 overall. See that? So Newhook is more of like a left wing or right wing sniper, probably a right wing with a left-handed shot. And Bochinski is more of a center with that face-off category. So I'm happy with that selection. Yeah, Newhook's more of a sniper, and we already got the 2 Svechnikovs. So I'm really happy with that. Forget what we missed out on. We got our center, and we got our two-way defender, Jack Hughes last year, the offensive defenseman, and Svechnikov, the winger sniper. So in the last 2 years, our 4 first-round picks, a center two-way forward, a right-wing sniper, a offensive defenseman, and a two-way defenseman. That's how you start to build a team. Kirby Dack goes to the San Jose Sharks, center power forward. Look at his face-off rating, 83 overall. Very nice right there by Kirby Dack. All right, so Now it is time to make our trades. We're not going to be moving up at all. We already have a crap ton of prospects in the system now. I mean, look at this. I'll just go to trade value. Reinprecht, Svechnikov, Hughes, Bochinski, Hedberg, right? All right, another sniper I forgot about. Okay, I'm really glad we didn't get Newhook now. I completely forgot about Hedberg. Another sniper we already have. Larkin, a two-way forward. Svechnikov, sniper. Mantha, power forward. Rasmussen is another sniper. Cholowski, all right. Franz Nielsen, Roenick. All right, so this is good. This is good. We have a crap ton of prospects now. What we need is another defenseman and a goaltender for next season and a bunch of first liners, because as of right now we really don't have anyone who can play on the first line except for Larkin and Mantha, but they're still listed as second liners, and I want to get them playing well on the second line, not Abdicator this year because their stats weren't there. We got to put like a sniper or a playmaker alongside them. Okay, so next thing we need to do is some trades, and I've already thought about the trades that I want to make. One being from the Colorado Avalanche. Let's see if he is available. Yes, he is. Erik Johnson. Okay, so Erik Johnson of the Colorado Avalanche is available. Now, hear me out. This is my thought process. He's only 83 overall, 31 years of age. He's got 5 years left, which means 4 years left at $6 million. Seems like a lot, but remember, 4 years from right now, we're fine for that. We don't have to sign these guys for another 2-3 years. So salary cap is not an issue. We need guys who can come into the NHL and help these young players out. Erik Johnson, the right-handed defender that we need. His role is still a top 4, so he can still continue to grow. 31, he shouldn't lose that top 4 until like 32, 33, so we got him for a good year. I like his defensive stats, 83 overall, and I took a look at his advanced analytics. He gets a good assist to goal ratio, 23 assists, so that could help out our forwards, and also takeaways to giveaways. It's pretty close, 49 takeaways, only 62 giveaways for 22 minutes on ice, so he's actually pretty disciplined for a guy who throws all those hits and all those block shots. So I wouldn't put him on the power play, but a defender who can log 20 plus minutes a game, throw the hits, block the shots, and also get some takeaways. We need players like this to help develop our younger players, all right? And the trade value, that's the reason. The trade value with the salary makes it so this is not going to be that hard of a deal to make go through. So Johnson, and we're also going to bring in a shitty center to make this even better, Carl Soderberg. They want to give him up, 33 years of age, 78 overall, 4.750 for another 2 years, so another 1 year after this. So that should help the value even more. That's a lot of money that we're taking on right now. And going back the other way, it's going to be, this is where we also start to unload some of our salary cap. All right, so Zack Kassian, he's 78 overall, 28 years of age, 2 years left at just under $2 million, so it's not that bad of a deal for them. They will be saving some money. I'm not just taking on these contracts for nothing. They're going to take on some contracts for me. Just cheaper contracts, right? And gravel, there you go. And then we're also going to send a second-round pick that we picked up from the Calgary Flames this year at the draft. All right, so we have 2 second-rounders for next season. I'm going to be trading away the Calgary Flames second-round pick right there. So you got Zack Kassian and gravel and a second for Erik Johnson and Carl Soderberg. I might even be able to get another draft pick back in here. Let me try to just get like a 4th. If we can't, I'll just eliminate that. But I'm hoping that the salary for these 2 players really puts the value, and they're going to be saving a lot of money and replace those 2 players with roster, and they get a second. Okay, so there it is. Will it go through? No, it will not. So I might have to take off that. Will it go through? Yes, we believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Colorado, so we are accepting your trade offer. So what I did there was I moved a second for next year, got a defenseman that help out our team, and also got 2 contracts off that we don't need. Now I did take on Soderberg, but we can also trade him away. Next up, the St. Louis Blues. Now, here's where I try to do, the same thing that we did last year. Now, remember how I said we need first liners for this season. All right, there's 2 players that the St. Louis Blues want to give up that I could just stack on the first line that seem to be pretty good defensively. Vladimir Sobotka and Patrick Berglund. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the hell are you on about, Johnny? All right, so here's Vladimir Sobotka's stats. I'm going all the way to the end here. Takeaways, giveaways, block shots, and hits, all right? He's very good defensively. 38 takeaways to 41 giveaways. Last season, 44 to 35. And also, no trade value whatsoever. Only one more year at 3.5, all right? Patrick Berglund, right winger, same kind of thing. 42 takeaways, only 48 giveaways, block shots, and hits. So these guys both block shots. They both throw the body. They both take the puck away, and they don't give it away too much. Last season as well, 50 and 51. All right, now he's got a little bit more of a contract. But again, 4 years, only turns to 3. We'll be fine. We don't have to sign any of our young players for quite some time. So I can take these 2 contracts on. All right, and they can play on the wing alongside of our first-line center, Frans Nielsen, who actually got some growth this year, turned into an 83. Now, I saw some comments saying to trade this guy, unrealistic. He's got 3 years left still. If he was in the last year, I could trade him away, but 3 years left at 5.250 at 35 years of age. We're going to hold on to him. And Frans Nielsen, he's a two-way forward, and he also has the same kind of game plan that Sobotka and Berglund have. Takeaways to giveaways. Look, it's very similar. Some hits in there and block shots. So my idea is to put Frans Nielsen, Sobotka, and Berglund on the first line. Just let it be a shutdown defensive first line, and then the rest of the team can get the goals, because we're going to have the Svechnikovs, Larkin, Mantha, Forsbacka, Carlson, Rasmussen. These guys all got to get ice time, so they're going to be in the bottom 9 while they develop. I just need my first line to be good defensively, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Sobotka and Berglund. We're also going to try to get their first-round draft pick from next season. Yes, boys. We're going to do the same thing that we did with the Anaheim Ducks and move back for next season, all right? Because I don't think they have the greatest team. And that division, the Colorado Avalanche, they made the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to be back there next year, but the Vegas Golden Knights, they kind of bounce around. The Dallas Stars missed the playoffs, but they just got Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn, and John Tavares from last season, so you know they're going to bounce back. Chicago, some of their young players are getting better, like Wahlstrom. I think the St. Louis Blues could be a team that misses out on the playoffs, so we're going to do this. We're going to throw in their first as well. Now, going back the other way, all right, so hang on a second. This could do some micromanaging. This is why I did some pre-scouting for this. Hang on a sec. All right, so Carl Soderberg, the player that we just acquired in the trade with the Colorado Avalanche, he's going to be put in the deal. Glenn Denning is also going to be put in the deal. And Ferk, where are you? There he is. Ferk, who is an RFA, 79 overall, 25 years of age. We're not going to need this guy going forward. A sniper. We already have 3 other snipers coming up. We're going to put them all in the deal. There you go. Soderberg, we're going to retain half of his salary. I think we can go. Can we go all the way half? Hang on. I'm running out of money here. Hang on. 2.375. No, that won't go through. What if it's 2.250? Like that. There you go. So right now, Soderberg is going to go to St. Louis as a $2.5 million player for only 1 more year. Remember, it may seem like a lot, but they're saving money right there by getting Sobotka and Berglund off the team. They're going to have to take on Soderberg's contract for 1 year and Glenn Denning's contract for another 2 years, but it's only at 1.8, all right? And then Ferk is the player that they can throw in there, young player, sniper, some depth. If they don't want to sign him, they don't have to, but he's got some decent offensive stats, all right? Now we're going to see if we can get their first rounder. I'm hoping that Sobotka and what's his name, Berglund, because their contracts, they actually add value towards us. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. So the 28th overall pick right here for the LA Kings this season. So you got Soderberg, Glendening, Ferk, and a first for next season's first that they want to give up. They want to give up Berglund, and they want to give up Sobotka. So let's just see how close we are right here. Proposed trade. All right, so we're not acceptable at all. There is no value in these 3 players, so I can understand that. We'll try the 24th with the Anaheim Ducks. Is there any chance this could go through? No. Okay, so that's not going to go through, so let me just take this off. I don't have to get the first next year from the St. Louis Blues. If I can, I'll try. Their contracts might not be high enough, though, to give us the value that we need. All right, so I did say I would trade away those young defensemen that I have no room for, right? So Harvey or whatever his name was. Hang on a second. Defenseman. Let's see here. Because this guy actually has some trade value to him. Where is he? Cy Harvey. Cy Harvey, there you go. Sorry Harvey. He is 67 overall, 22 years of age. We do not have any spots for him on this team. Just add him in there. It's a little bit more trade value. 28th, I'll try that. If that doesn't work, I'll try the Anaheim pick. If that doesn't work, we're not going to be able to get it, all right? I overestimated the value here. So will this go through? Yes, it is. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in St. Louis. So we are accepting your trade offer. So once again, I trade away a late round pick for a possible draft lottery pick next season. We take the 2 shitty contracts off the St. Louis Blues. We give them 3 players, all cheaper. Soderberg's now on the team. That was the one bad one, but they gave up 2 bad ones. The other 2 players, Ferk and Glendening, not too expensive. All right, and they do need centers over here. So there's Soderberg. It's their 4th best center, and he's only got 1 year left at 2.5, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, the other 2 players that they just wanted to get off, Berglund and Thing, and now the draft picks. They have another first-round pick for this season. All right, and next season we have 2 more again. So draft eligible. We're holding on to ours, but the St. Louis Blues, we're going to see what happens. Okay, so those are the trades right there. Next up, Tyler Benson from the Edmonton Oilers. Now, if I can make this trade, I'll make it, but I'm not forcing it. That was the forced trade right there with the St. Louis Blues. I don't think they'd want to give him up. They missed the playoffs again. We took their pick. Yeah, they want to sell. Look, they're selling like Lucic and stuff. So let me just bring up the... here he goes, Tyler Benson. All right, his trade value is not that much here. 3 years, 76. I just don't know if he's got a spot on my team. I got so many players that we got coming up next season. AHL, I mean, he absolutely dominated. He shoots the puck, 35 goals. Yeah, 212 shots. He definitely shoots the puck. And takeaways to giveaway ratio is pretty good. All right, so Tyler Benson. I'll just see if I can get him here. All right, so Tyler Benson. Who do they want on this team? If they want like a veteran or something, I don't mind giving it to him. Rasmussen, Cholowski, Pumple, Forsbacka Carlson. See all these guys down here. Yeah, they don't really want anyone, boys, and I don't want to give up a draft pick for them. No, you know what? I don't want to trade them anyone that they don't want, and everyone that they do want, I want to hold on to. So you know what? And I'm not really in the need for bottom 6 two-way forwards or shooters right now because we still have Abdelkader. Forsbacka Carlson has to be given the shot. Rasmussen, Athanasiou, and Bertuzzi. No. Don't have room for Tyler Benson. They don't want to give him up, and they don't want anything from our team worth of value. I'm not trading away draft picks, so that's not going to work. Now, goaltenders. Malcolm Subban. There's 3 goaltenders here that I have pre-scouted. You know what? I need to blow my nose. Hang on 1 second. All right, that's a little bit better. Still congested, but whatever. We got to push forward, boys. So I was showing you, 3 goaltenders that I scouted in the AHL. Up first, Malcolm Subban of the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll take a look at this whole situation. They have Cam Ward. They have Marc-Andre Fleury. Malcolm Subban seems to be the goaltender of the future for them. All right, might be able to trade for him. I don't know. That makes sense for them to hold on to him. Next up, Tyler Parsons of the Calgary Flames. Now remember, we traded Jimmy Howard to the Flames. Parsons, they do want to give him up, but like, why would they want to give him up? They got 2 veteran goaltenders, Mike Smith and Jimmy Howard, whose contracts are up. Parsons is the next one available. They do want to give him up though. That trade value is a little bit high, and I don't know. He's not going to be ready for year number 3, but our 2nd and 3rd overall picks don't seem to be ready for year number 3 either. It seems like the entire team would be ready to go for year number 4, especially if I got Parsons. And then as well, the New York Islanders, Soderstrom. These 3 guys had pretty respectable stats in the AHL. Soderstrom, they don't want to give up Soderstrom. Soderstrom might be ready for next season. All 3 teams, though, all have veteran goaltenders. And the goalies that I'm targeting are their up-and-coming young players. So you know what? This is not going to work. This would be dumb to trade for. The only one that makes sense is Tyler Parsons because they do want to give it up. But I'll take a look. If there's something available that makes sense that they want, I will make the trade, but hang on a sec. Is there anything? No, they don't want any goaltenders. Skaters matching the block. Who do you want? Larkin's not going anywhere. Erik Johnson. They want Frans Nielsen. I'm holding on to him. Roenick, Tyler Ennis. He's only got 1 year left. Can't trade him. Athanasiou. Abdelkader holding on to. Forsbacka Karlsson. Bertuzzi. David Backes. They want David Backes. All right, I'll trade you David Backes. Sabatka, I'm holding on to. De Kaiser. They want De Kaiser. I'll hold on to De Kaiser for right now. I got that contract is the same as Frans Nielsen's. It's got to get into the last 2 years. Darren Helm, all right, I'll trade you Darren Helm. Chris Russell, all right, I'll trade you Chris Russell. Berglund, I'm holding on to. Jonathan Ericsson, yeah. See, these guys want veterans here in Calgary. They want to try to win that cup. Okay. So if I take on all these contracts, well, hang on, they're way over the cap limit right here. So Ericsson and Russell, no. There you go, Darren Helm and David Backes for Parsons. Now, I don't think they're going to want to take on David Backes' contract. And am I still retaining? Yeah, see, I still have Gustav Nyquist's retained salary, even though his contract is up this season. Since we're at the draft, it's still technically going forward. I could make that trade after the re-sign stage, but if I could do it right now before they have to sign him, he's 2 years left. Hang on a sec. The skaters matching the block again. Let me just put Backes down. If they want him, they want him. Hang on a sec. David Backes. All right, so David Backes and Darren Helm. I would trade them not a first. Ooh, actually, I could do that same thing again. If I do like the 24th for this year, right, because they were a playoff-bound team, 17th, and next year give us your first. That would be St. Louis and Calgary that we have. Do I need to make any more trades? I'd get the goalie. We got the defenseman Johnson. We got the first liners in Sabatka and Berglund. Free agency is still available for us to fill up the team. We have all those young players coming up from the AHL. Yeah, I think we're good. I think that this will work. So Parsons, David Backes, Helm. I don't think they'll take David Backes' contract, even though they want him. I don't think that's going to go through. So a first for next year. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, I would certainly do that. We got our 2 firsts already. So proposed trade. Will it go through? We're not interested in your proposal. Okay, so we like David Backes. They didn't say anything about the retained salary. So hang on a second. If I'm getting a first for next season, I want to use these. I want to use all these picks. Calgary, yeah, I'd give you back your third for next season if I'm getting a first. That's fine. All right, so a first and a third for next year's first, and then Helm and Backes for Parsons. That makes sense to me. That's all fine. All right, I think it's David Backes' value that's really dropping this. Hang on, let me just put in a third right here. All right, this third is a little bit higher. It's our third. Let's see, will that go through? No, I really think it's David Backes who's bringing this contract down. So let me take Backes off the table. Darren Helm is still there. First, Darren Helm. Was there anyone else on our team that was cheap that they wanted that I could send? Man, I am so congested right now. This sucks. Forsbacka Karlsson, Ennis, no, Bertuzzi. Backes, no. Sabatka, I'm holding on to. De Kaiser, no. And just need somebody. I don't think. I'll try Chris Russell, 4 mil. I don't think that's going to happen. Berglund, I'm holding on to. Russell would be a better bet than Ericsson at this point. He's cheaper and he's better overall. Yeah, all right. So Darren Helm and Chris Russell for the first, and I will add in the third. Will that go through? Nope. All right, and I'll try the third. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work, boys. I do not think this one's going to work. It's not like the St. Louis Blues there. All right, so I'll add in our third as well. Will this go through? This is as far as I'm extending for this trade. Will this go through? Yeah, we're not even close still. So no, this is not going to work, boys. All right, so I'm not going to be able to get their first and Tyler Parsons. Parsons' trade value is a little bit too high, and that's what's not letting it go through. So we're not going to do that. What I am going to do, though, is try to unload some of these players to free up some cap space for free agency and the re-sign stage, all right? Oh, my God. You know what? Hang on. Power of video editing again. All right, that's a little bit better. It's early, boys. And no, I'm not doing rails. That's not the reason why I'm freaking blowing my nose every 2 seconds, all right? It's just that when I make videos, it's the first thing in the morning, and I'm just congested for some reason. It's like as I'm talking, my sinuses are being cleared. All right, so Darren Helm, yeah, I want to try to unload some of these players, but I'm going to do it in a respectable way. Oh, my God, the Calgary Flames only have 3 draft picks for this season. Well... Okay, so I won't trade them to Calgary. Let's try to find another team here. All right, so the Carolina Hurricanes, yeah, they're not in our division. We're fine right there. So I'll trade Darren Helm to the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's see if I can get a 5th round pick for this year back the other way. Will it go through? Will it go through? Nope. All right, too far off. Yeah, see, these players are not that valuable. So I'm just going to try to get them off the team for the bare minimum. All right, a 7th round pick. Will that go through? Come on now. I almost feel guilty. Yeah, that's all right, boys. Realistically, I didn't play Darren Helm this year, so it would be foolish to try to just squeeze everything I absolutely can out of them. What we're doing right now is we're just trying to get these players off the team. All right, so David Backes, I think that contract's going to be a little bit too much to get off. Franz Nielsen, I'm holding on to. De Kaiser, no. Ennis's contract is gone. Troy Brouwer, I think that's a little bit too much. I want to find the guys who are a little cheaper right now. Hang on. All right, here we go. 3 years left. Marcus Foligno. There we go. Find a team that would want to get their hands on Marcus Foligno. Here we go. Edmonton. Sure, Edmonton. You want Marcus Foligno? Some toughness. Surely he'll never learn. Draft picks. We'll try a 6th round pick for this year for Marcus Foligno. Will it go through? Nope. See what I mean? They get so pissed off about the 6th, then I add the 7th, and they'll be like, oh, this is great. Let's see, the 7th. Will that even go through? 7th for this year? You're not even in the right city. Look at this. Yeah, I think it's Foligno's contract that's not letting it go. So I'll add in my 7th, all right? Or Carolina's 7th. So we're just switching 7ths. Yeah, they do not want Foligno. Nobody wants Foligno in that contract. All right, is there another team out there? Let's see, the LA Kings. Do you want Foligno? I'll take a 7th for it. Let's see. Do you want Foligno? Usually, if one team doesn't want it, then no team wants it. So Foligno's not going anywhere. In free agency, I can always add them to the trading block. But for right now, they are not going anywhere. Backes, I really don't think I can move that contract. I'll try, but let me just try the other ones first. Hang on. All the way down here again. Hemsky, Foligno, Sabatka, Berglund, Russell. I might be able to move Russell because he is 79 overall. And 79 is what? Top 6? Or is he depth? He is a depth. All right. Oh, he is a top 6 defender. Let's try to find a team here that would want him. Maybe a team that's not so close to the trade or the cap. There you go. No, Philly. No. Pittsburgh, Tampa, no. Vancouver, there you go. Vancouver's not close. They need some players to fill up their cap. All right, so draft picks. Let me just try to get a 7th round pick for Chris Russell from the Vancouver Canucks. Will it go through? I almost feel guilty. Good. So we got Chris Russell's contract off our team. You can take that on. Thank you very much, Vancouver. All right, that's freed up some cap space for us. What else we got? Erik Johnson, Backes, Nielsen, De Kaiser, Brouwer. I could try Brouwer, but I think he's below 4th liner now. Oh, he is a 4th line. I could try it. Jonathan Ericsson, is he below? Yeah, he's depth defenseman. That ain't going to work. Abdicator, Berglund, Sabatka, and Foligno. All right, let me try Troy Brouwer here. Anybody want Troy Brouwer? Washington. They want to bring him back. No, they're a little bit too close to the cap. Hang on. Let's find a team that's not so close to the cap that we can give him to. Any teams here? Dallas, no. Edmonton, no. LA, no. Minnesota, well, they're a pretty shitty team. They could take on another crap contract. No. Oh, there you go. The Islanders. They have $69 million. They want Troy Brouwer. That's perfect. All right, so another draft pick. Let's just see if we can get like a 7th again from this year for Troy Brouwer. Will it go through? No. See, Troy Brouwer's contract is a little bit too much, so that's not going to work out for us. And I think there was one more player. Backes is not going to work. I'll try that last, but I want to try Jonathan Ericsson first. Hang on. Where's Jonathan Ericsson? There he is. All right, so Jonathan Ericsson has been selected. Let's go through the teams here. Any team that would want him that has some cap space. Anaheim. There you go, Arizona. Arizona's down there at 71 mil. All right, so 71 mil. Give me a 7th. If this doesn't go through, oh, Arizona would have more than 45 players. All right, so let me just take, you know what, this could actually help. Let me take a shitty contract back that only has 1 year. There you go, like this, like Dave Bolland. Here we go. All right, so Ericsson for Bolland and a 7th. Will it go through? Nope, not even in the same ballpark. All right, so that's not going to work. And last but not least, we got David Backes. Try to find a team for him. He's got a little bit of trade value. Calgary. Yeah, the Flames did want him. All right, I'll try to trade him to the Flames. Actually, no, I already made a trade with... No, did I make a trade with the Flames? No, I didn't make a trade with the Flames. Yeah, you can go there. I'll try. Hang on a sec. Calgary. Oh, where am I going? Calgary. All right, so David Backes to Calgary in exchange for just the 7th. Let's see if we can just unload this contract. Will it go through? Let's see. Well, absolute no-brainer for us here in Calgary. Perfect. All right, so we got Backes off the team as well. Good. So we just freed up a lot of cap space, which will allow us to be more flexible in free agency. Still have some guys like Brouwer and Eriksson that we got to hold on to, Marcus Foligno, but those contracts inevitably or eventually will be gone. All right, so now we do have the 24th overall pick with the Anaheim Ducks. So let us simulate to that pick and see what we have. All right, if we don't have anything, then I think I'll make that trade. But I might also take that goaltender, Devin Mcdermott, if you guys want, because we don't have a second, and he's supposed to go in that second round, right? So sim to user pick. Let's see what we got here. All right, so 24th. Now let's see what the draft looks like as of right now. Are we still in like the top 6s and top 4s? All right, so Bathgate's top 4, top 6, top 6, top 6, top 6. Good players, top 6, top 4, top 4, top 6, top 4, top 6. All these are good players. Top 6, top 9. All right, so we got our first semi-good player, top 9. I wouldn't be happy getting a top 9 with my first rounder. I'd rather trade it. Altsuler, medium top 6. Oh, Foot, that's a good one. High top 6. Medium top 9. All right, so by our pick, there's already been 2 medium top 9s. I've got to be careful here, all right? So if there's no players that jump out at me, I might not, like Stahl's a top 9. The exact player's top 9. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't know. No one's popping out at me, all right? So this guy, Murphy, he could be a top 4 offensive defenseman. These guys, Orzik, Hoglander, Vukovic, Saad, Bailey, and Marcotti, these guys could all be top 6, top 9s, or elites. I don't know. This guy is a exact elite. These guys could be elite potential because they're low, but oh man, this is tough. Volpetti is a top 9. Where's McDermott? Is McDermott anywhere here? McDermott. Yeah, there he is in the second round. Do I just go for McDermott like you guys were saying? Because he's if I trade this pick, I have nothing else. We already got rid of the St. Louis. We already have the draft lottery pick for next year in St. Louis. McDermott. Should I just go with McDermott to satisfy you guys? We didn't get that goaltender. We didn't trade for him. Stahl. None of these players pop out at me. None of them. The next goaltender available is Marleau, but medium fringe starter. That is for sure a medium goaltender. You know what? I'm not going to say for sure. I don't know. Setaguchi, Arneson, Smith. Yeah, the next goalie seems to be McDermott. High elite. Oh, let's see his stats. I don't think he's going to be an elite goaltender, boys, but you guys wanted him. Devin Mcdermott, all right, from Switzerland. You know what, though? Starting goaltenders can become good. I'm going to listen to you guys. Devin Mcdermott, drafted by the Detroit Red Wings, and he is a medium starter. All right, so kind of a shitty first-round selection, but like I said, medium starters can become something good. And he's only 18 years of age. We've got to develop this guy. Damn it, man. That's not good. We could trade for that guy. You know what I mean? It's just, All right, well, at least we got rid of one of our picks. So for next season, what we're going to have, I'll just show you our draft pick selection right now. We have all the players we need. I'm going to use all these picks right now to see if we can find a stud. But for next season, we have 2 firsts, a second, and 2 thirds. We traded away one of our seconds, but we got the St. Louis Blues first. And even if they win the Stanley Cup, that'll act like the second. So we're good for next year as well. I think we're good. Yeah, no goaltender still. I don't think McDermott's going to be the answer at least till year 6 or 7, right? So that's not going to happen. So we still got to find a goaltender, but everywhere else we are good. So let's just finish the draft now, boys. So sim to user pick. I'll try to take some selections. There was that other defender who was elite, probably low elite, but I think I'm still going to select him. This is the 3rd round. I don't want to miss out on him. So let me just sort by potential right here. What do we got? What do we have as it takes its time? Yeah, the only players that we know for a fact are an exact top 9 right there, and Hamill, exact elite. He's supposed to go in the 5th round. This is the 3rd round. I just want to make sure I get him. American right-handed, perfect. Yeah, that is the perfect kind of defender that we need. So Hamill, let's see. 52 overall, low elite. All right, so McDermott and Hamill putting some prospects in the cupboard for later years. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so that's a good pick right there. Sim to the 4th round. Let's see what we got. 4th round, first pick. Who do I want to select? At this point, it's really just a guessing game, and it's year number 2, which you normally don't have the greatest. Hebert, 7th defenseman, Alfredson. All right, well, if we're Detroit, we might as well go for some American players here. Atkinson, Slychuk, Campoli, Is there anyone that pops out at me? Braun. Okay, so Breland, Yoshimura. Okay. I wish. Oh, there's a grinder there. The grinder in the fourth round might be okay. So sometimes what I do when it comes to draft is either these low top nines: Braun, Wilson, Dion, Bois, Hyo. These guys could all be low elites, all right? Just the way the game is. Sometimes low top nines could be medium elites or low elites. High top sixes could also be medium top fours. Top sixes could be elites, but at this, there are way too many to select from. Like, all those guys could be elite, but they could also be, like, 7th defensemen. And also, bottom six, no, that's it. So it's like if it was any low top sixes, like this guy, low top six, this Breland guy. Low top six and low top nines, you can sometimes get lucky with. Now, are there any players in there? Braun, a center playmaker. We already got the center. Rudolph Braun. No clue. Wilson, left wing two-way forward. Luke Wilson. Wow. Benjamin Dion. All right. What is that? Two-way forward. Playmaker. Dean Boyos, left wing playmaker. And Hyo. Samuel Hyo, center power forward. Man, I'm butchering these. They could definitely be those players. All right, so let me just go back to the projected. Let me just select like the first low top 9 player. We'll take a chance. Because all these other guys, I mean, this guy, Alfredson, he could be a medium elite, but I have no clue. Wilson, yeah, let's just go for this Wilson guy. Let's see what we get. All right, low top 9. How old is he? If he's 20, I'm not. 18 years of age. Let's see. All right, Wilson. Low top 9. Low top 9. Medium bottom 6. 48 overall. Garbage. Absolute garbage. So I was wrong with that pick, boys. Sim to user pick. Let's go to the next one. We're still in the 4th round. Oh, for fuck's Slychuk. Low. See what I mean? Oh, man, Slychuk. That was a cool name, too. Low elites, 58 overall. Fringe starter, bottom 6, 7th. Fringe starter, bottom 6, 7th, 7th, bottom 6, 7th. All right, so we really didn't miss out on anyone else. It was just that Slychuk guy. I'll try to take another guess here. Oh, man, we've been pretty long in this video. I should probably speed it up a little. Alfredson, Braun, Breland, defensive defenseman. I could use, he's Ukrainian as well. Oleg, but he's 19 years of age. Here's another low top 9. Rudolph Braun, they're both 19 years of age. Shit. Top 9, sniper. Defensive defenseman, though. Late now. Braun, center playmaker. Cochrane, top 9. Valenti, Yannick Valenti, at least you're guaranteed an exact top 9 right here. Atkinson, sniper. We could also just try for another goaltender. See, year 2, the late year 2 ain't the greatest. Now, I think I'm going to keep trying with these low top 9 or top 6s. So I'm going to go defenseman. Now, if that was a two-way or offensive, I'd do it, but I'm just going to go with the center playmaker. We do need some more centers. Braun, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I told you. I freaking told you. So the last guy we got was medium bottom 6, and then this guy is low, and he's 72 overall. I didn't even realize that. Holy shit. Here we go. Rudolph Braun, baby. The German. All right, so we're bringing in some more Europeans, and he's going to be AHL eligible in year number 1, and he's 72 overall. You could play. This guy could be a really good player. That's a good pick right there. Sim to user pick. All right, year 2, or year 3, and year 2 NHL Entry Draft is becoming a very successful day here. I don't even know how long we've been going for. Quite some time, I think. All right, so low bottom 6. I don't think that's going to be anything. Is there any more low top 9s or low? There you go, low top 9. Hyo, power 4. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. Medium bottom 6. Yeah. That's the 2 that they'll be. They'll be low elite or like medium bottom 6. But whatever. I'm gonna keep on selecting low top 9s or low what's it called? Top 6 defensemen. So is there anything else? Holmstrom, any low top 9s? Top 9, Bois, there he goes, left wing playmaker. I'm just going after it, boys. Let's see. Oh, there it is again. Hell yeah, hitting it, boys. So we got Hamill, Rudolph, and Bois, 3 low elite players in this draft. Oh, yeah. This is what you need to do, Ken Holland. You need to put your time into scouting and drafting and bringing in players that can help out the future. And also just trade bait, right? Big time trade bait for us. All right, so let me just sort by here again. Is there any more low top 9s or low top 6s? Top 6, top 6. So there's no more. All right, so there's no more. So I'm just going to select. Now, high top 6 could be medium top 4. Could also be 7th defenseman. I'm going to try this one out. Low top 6. All right, not horrible. Low top 6. Got some trade value there. Sim to user pick could also play in the AHL for us. And then the 7th rounder, the last pick of the draft for us. Let us just select somebody. I have no clue. Grinder, Semenov Grinder at this point would not be much. AHL bottom 6 playmaker. No, let me just sort by potential. Let me just see if I can find somebody with a decent potential that could end up being a low elite. Hang on, bottom 6. Here you go. Bottom 6. This could be 7th defenseman low, Malakoff offensive defenseman, sniper. I don't need another sniper. I'm going to go with this 7th low defenseman, this Malakoff offensive defenseman in the 7th round. Let's see what he became. AHL top 2. All right. Sim to user pick. I think that's it, right? Do I have... Oh, no, I have multiple 7th round picks, right? Because of all of our trades. All right, so I'll just select some of these players here. I'll just be quick with it. All right, so the Grinder, Semenov. I'll try this Grinder. Let's see. AHL top 6 Grinder. All right. And I think this is our last pick now. Oh my god, this has been... How long have I been going for? I have no time. Shit, I can't tell. Lundmark, AHL top 4. I'll try this. You know what? I'm just going to try some unknown players at this point. Maybe this Lundmark guy, two-way defender, super sweet. Let's try this guy, Lundmark. AHL top 2. Alright, Sim 2 user pick. Do I have another one? And that would be the NHL Entry Draft for year number 2. So, Bochinski, Reinprecht, Mcdermott, who is a medium starter, but I'm actually okay with Mcdermott now because Hamill, Braun, and Bois. Was it Bois or Huo? I think it was Bois. Hamill, Braun, and Bois all were low elite. So 5 elite players coming into our team. 2 mediums and 3 low elite. Oh, hell yeah. So this is what I mean about trading for guys like Erik Johnson and Sabatka and Berglund, right? You need some NHLers who play good defensively to help out. And advanced analytics. I'm going money puck strategies for this year. All right, so now we got to see if we can sign these guys. I still don't think I can sign Larkin and Mantha long-term just because of our salary cap situation. We're going to have to wait and see. I might just do some micromanaging right here. Let me show you guys all the players first. Cap space, $26 million. Our buyout penalty is 1.6. Retained salary is 2.250. But we have 2 more spots to trade or to retain more salary because Nyquist is gone and Jimmy Howard is gone. So it's just the Soderberg retained salary. So, yeah, you know what? Let me go through all this and I will show you guys what I've done after I do some micromanaging. So, power of video editing. Okay, so I've got my first set of signings completed and my first set of cuts. We got Seth Griffith back for the AHL, a 2-way deal. Quinn, 2-way deal. Turgeon, 2-way deal. Russo, 2-way deal. Jordan Subban signed to a 3-year 2-way deal to really help out the AHL squad. Gillies, goaltender, 2-way deal. Reinprecht, entry-level deal. Bochinski, entry-level deal. Bois, entry-level. Setkov, entry-level. Braun, entry-level. Hamill, entry-level. Okay, so that's taken care of the younger players on the team and the guys that I wanted back on one-year 2-way deals. Everyone else is cut and still needs to be signed. So we have $25 million, which means that we can certainly sign Larkin and Mantha. Good. So it was very beneficial to free up some cap space so I can get these guys signed long-term right now. So when it comes to Erik Johnson's contract, remember how I said there was a whole plan in place? 4 years. Same thing with Justin Abdelkader, 4 years, all right? And then everyone else before that, Frans Nielsen's got 3 years, DeKaiser's got 3 years, Berglund's got 3 years. So 4 years is the growth plan. After 4 years, that's when we should be at our championship level, okay? Our team should be clean. We should only have players that we want, and we should still be fairly young. So Dylan Larkin, I want Dylan Larkin signed long term, all right? 8 years, we're going to try 6.5. Probably deserves more than 6.5, so we'll go 6.750 for 8 years for Dylan Larkin, okay? The reason I want to give him 8 years, he's 22 years of age. 4 years in will be good, but then he'll have 4 years at championship level, only making 6.750. That'll be good for us. Then when he's 30, you'll have to give him like that 7-year deal that'll take him up till 37, but the winning years will be in those 4 years after the first 3. All right, even that we could always trade away Johnson and Nielsen and all these guys, but that's my point. We just 4-year deals, and then we'll take it from there. So Anthony Mantha. Now here's an interesting one. I don't want to go up to 8 years with Anthony Mantha because he wants the same kind of money, and he's 83 overall. He's already 24 years of age. He's going to be a good player for us, even if he caps out at 83, 84 overall. That's still a good middle 6 player, but I want to make sure I don't overpay him in his later years. So we're only going to give him a 4-year deal, same as everyone else. He'll be 28, and then we can give him that 6-7-year deal after that. Okay, so 4 years at $5 million per season for Anthony Mantha. Boom. All right, Svechnikov. Now, Svechnikov, I don't know how I want to sign him. I don't know if I want to go 8 years with him just yet. We got to see how this guy plays, and I want to test free agency. So for year number 1, it's going to be his rookie season, a 1-year, $2.750 deal. All right, Athanasiou. We're going to give him a 4-year deal. All right, we're going to go up there. Same thing as Anthony Mantha, $2.250. There you go. Get this guy signed cheap for long term. Tyler Bertuzzi, same thing. We're not going to go 4 years with Bertuzzi. No, we're just going to go 1 year with Bertuzzi. I don't know if this guy's got a future here. Didn't have the greatest season. We're going to see if we can get him going, though. 1 year, $1.250. Xavier Ouellet, same thing. I don't know if I want this guy back on the team. He's $2 million. We already have a lot of spots being taken up. Let's see his advanced analytics. Yeah, doesn't get too many points. Certainly is a defensive defenseman. Can kill off some penalties, though. I'll give this guy qualifying RFA. I'll see what's available in free agency. If nothing, I can just trade him for like a 3rd or something. All right, Forsbacka Karlsson. We definitely want to sign this guy. We're only going to give him a 1-year deal, though, because we don't want the contract to slow down his growth. I don't know if that actually happens, but a 1-year deal for Forsbacka Karlsson. And I think that is everyone signed. Yep, that's everyone. Okay, so if I'll just advance the day. I'll come back in here and I'll show you guys. We're going to end the video at free agency. We're not going to simulate 2 preseason in this video, just because we've already gone a long way, and now that you guys see the roster, if there are a few good players in free agency that we could sign, I want you guys to be able to chime in. And I also want some fan art for these drafted players. All right, the Germans, the Canadians, the 2nd and 4th overall pick. Come on, this has been a great freaking day. So Larkin signed, Athanasiou signed, Bertuzzi signed, Mantha signed, Svechnikov signed, Forsbacka Karlsson signed, everybody signed. GM Superbman knows how to get these players signed nice and quickly. All right, so let us take a look at our salary cap situation, our buyouts, everything. So our cap space, we have just under $12 million, 11.8. So that's one good stud or a few good players. That's good for us. Goaltenders, all right. So we have no goaltenders as of right now. I signed Gillies. He could be a backup or a starter in the AHL, but we're going to need a starting goaltender for the NHL for year number 3 if we want to be competitive. Defensively, we got Erik Johnson. We got Danny DeKeyser. Ouellet, I'm not sure on, just because we have Hronek, we have Cholowski, and we have Hughes coming up. So that's already 5. Johnson, DeKeyser, Hronek, Cholowski, and Hughes. I don't know if I want Ouellet to be that 6th. If we can get a better defenseman, I'd rather get that better defenseman and then trade away Ouellet for a draft pick or something, okay? Right way. Oh, hang on a sec. Defenseman. And in the system now, we have Reinprecht, 70 overall. He's going to take at least a year to be NHL ready, maybe even 2. Setkov, medium top 6, low top 6, and low elite, Hamel. All right, so we have Reinprecht and Hamel coming in the minors, but give them a year, 2, maybe even 3 years to grow. Right wingers, Anthony Mantha, Patrick Berglund, Andrei Svechnikov, Troy Brouwer. He's only got 1 year left at 4.5, so that's good. Seth Griffith and Semenov. Left wingers, Justin Abdelkader for another 4 years, the same as all the other guys. Svechnikov 1 year, Bertuzzi, Sabatka, Marcus Foligno, Bochinski, probably 1 year in the CHL or AHL. Yeah, he's Canadian, so 1 year in the CHL. Giovanni Smith, 66, Silverguard. Hedberg, another year in the AHL. Boas, 54, elite, so a lot of wingers now on this team. We got plenty. And now the center depth down the middle. Remember, Bochinski is a center for us. Larkin, Bochinski, Franz Nielsen, Athanasiou, Forsbacka Carlson, Rasmussen, who's probably going to get time in the NHL this year, Braun, 72. Oh my god, that Braun pick was so good. That's such a versatile player right there. Center playmaker. He could play in the wing. I want to see how he plays, his advanced analytics. All right, so that is everything, boyos. Our cap space situation, other than Larkin, who signed 8 years, everyone's on a 4 or less. All right, so you can see how the contracts are starting to shape up. And in another year or two, we should have all those crappy contracts off, because then I can trade in the last year as well. All right, so just under $12 million of cap space. Like I said, let's advance to free agency, see what's available, and see if we can sign anybody. Now, I want realistic signings. We're still a shitty team. No veteran who's at the top of their game would want to sign with the Detroit Red Wings right now. Players that would want to be given the chance would want to sign here, or hometown heroes. So free agency in year number 2, we got Blake Wheeler, 32 years of age. See, it seems like a guy like that would want to go to a winning team. Artemi Panarin, sniper. I don't know if we need another sniper on this team. Let me just look at UFAs, not RFAs. Logan Couture, all right, that's a pretty good center. About 30 years of age, 7 years he won. Zuccarello, Gustav Nyquist left the Minnesota Wild. Max Pacioretty, Jake Gardiner, Anton Strawman, Thomas Vanek, Joe Thornton, Nicholas Hjalmarsson, Tyler Myers, Henrik Sedin, Zdeno Chara, Jason Pominville, Tyler Ennis, Colburn, Molson, Methot. All right. So there's definitely some players that we could get here to improve our team, but we need to get 2 goaltenders first. Jimmy Howard's available, Mrazek, Jean-Luc Picard, Grabauer. So really no good players, but Picard, with his exact starter potential, if he has one good year, he can grow. And same thing with Grabauer. They're both 27 years of age. I'd like to get one of those guys and just run him as our starting goaltender and see if he can have a good season and ends up growing to like an 84, 85 overall. Yeah, Jimmy Howard, we're not bringing back. So I got my eyes on Picard or Grabauer. Defensively, we could use one good defenseman, Strawman or Jake Gardiner. You know what? Jake Gardiner might be the perfect fit for this team. We need a good puck-moving defenseman to help out. We just got Jack Johnson. He is American. He scores some goals, gets some points. Doesn't seem like he's gotten too many points. What's his ice time? Yeah, he got tons of ice time, though. Takeaways to giveaway ratio, not that bad. He is definitely more offensive, but he hits and blocks shots as well. This is actually not bad. Jake Gardiner, he's certainly much better in this simulation than in real life. 28 years of age. He wants a 3-year deal. I can give him that 4-year deal, same as everybody else. Go up to like $6 million. So he's getting paid the exact same as Jack Johnson for the exact same amount of time as Jack Johnson. And then you got Jake Gardiner, Jack Johnson, DeKaiser, Roenick, Cholowski, and Hughes on the point. And then Ouellette can be used as a trade bait. I like that. Or we just go Anton Strawman and get a veteran, 32 years of age. Take a look at his individual stats. Takeaways to giveaways. Yeah, Jake Gardiner throws more hits than Anton Strawman. I would rather get Jake Gardiner than Strawman, to be honest. Hjalmarsson, defensive defenseman. No, the best bet, and we can afford him. I would go 4 years at $6 million per year for Jake Gardiner with this team. That's not a bad deal for us. We can afford it. That's perfectly fine. And forwards, technically, we already have our forward core set. We could always sign a guy like Logan, but 7 years, that's a little bit too much. And I want to give these guys the years that they want. That's the whole point of free agency. So Zuccarello, but do we need another winger? Nyquist, do we need another winger? Joe Thornton for some center depth, but he'd rather go to another team. Nah, you know what? The forward core we already have. I could get some depth, but Picard, Grabauer, and Jake Gardiner, and I think that would take us up to the cap. We wouldn't be able to sign anyone else in any of these players, right? How much is Picard and Grabauer going to be? Hang on, 2 years. 2 mil, so 2 mil, 4 mil, and then 6 mil. We're up to 10 mil with those two and Jake Gardiner, but that completes our team. So you guys, I'm going to leave it there. You guys let me know. As your general manager, I suggest we go after Picard and Grabauer, get both of them, and Jake Gardiner, and that gives us a team. The way I see our lines, it would be Sabatka, Nielsen, Berglund, first line. Second line, Svechnikov, Larkin, and Mantha. Third line, Abdelkader, Forsbacka, Karlsson, and Svechnikov, the other Svechnikov. Fourth line, Bertuzzi, Athanasiou, and Rasmussen. And then on the point, you got DeKaiser, Johnson, Gardner, Hronik, and Cholowski and Hughes. And then Picard and Grubauer in the net. So that's the way I see it. You guys let me know. I want to see fan art for free agency. I want to see fan art for the draft. I think it was a great draft. We didn't get Jack Hughes, but we got some depth going forward. It's going to be a good team. So you guys let me know what I should do, and I will see you at the beginning of year number 3. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. You can also swing by our website, which has forums and a live chat. That, along with Twitter, allows us to play with our subscribers in our GTA lobbies or the 24/7 open Minecraft server, where you can build with others or play in one of the many games across Superbia. Our Patreon account helps us support our website and the Minecraft server, and we also live stream on Twitch, where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Fernandez. Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.